Hey Lee Squad. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. Okay, as I promised, this is the movie review. The movie is called Love Switch on Tubi. So let's get into it. Yes, baby. Okay, let's get into this review. I don't know what I was about to say. I'm so sleepy. I got a headache. But I knew if I went to sleep, y'all was not going to get this video. So, yeah. Anyways, this isn't the movie that I originally watched. It's just that I couldn't find the name of the movie. So I hurried up and watched a quick movie for you guys. See how much I love y'all. See how much I love y'all. Yeah. One of my biggest problems is my edges. I've never had any since I was probably in the 4th or 5th grade. But I've been using castor oil, coconut oil, and something else I forget because it's all in a bottle that I shake up and use. But anyways, it's doing very well. I'm really, excited about my little growth. But anyways, back to this movie. The movie is called Love Switch. At the beginning of the movie, it's a family. It's a mom and dad, 2 kids, girl and a boy, right? So, okay, I'm just break it down because this is gonna be a short video. What it is it's a couple who are married, and the wife is so freaking busy. This lady does everything from the time she wakes up till everybody comes home at nighttime. She just does everything. She teaches a Pilates class. She does things at the school. She cooks. She's a stay-at-home mom basically. But because her husband works so much, she finds things to do to, to fill in that void. So on the other hand, he doesn't think that, what she's doing is that hard, like most men. He doesn't think that being a stay-at-home mom is hard. So one day they go to sleep and wake up in each other's bodies. So that's all it is that he gets to see how, it feels to be her, and she gets to see how it feels to be him. Now, he goes to the Pilates classes and stuff. Now, mind y'all, they're still in the same body. They just switch, of course, spirits. So he has to do her Pilates and all this other stuff. And then she has to, his boss is like a real asshole. She's like high-minded and she doesn't listen to you. It's whatever she says. She don't want to hear anything that comes out of your mouth. Okay? So the wife, which is in his body, has to go to a meeting, right? And this is what's crazy because this happened right at the time the anniversary was like the next day. And that's what happened soon as the clock struck 12, their spirits had switched. So he didn't get to spend his anniversary with his wife because the boss told him he had to go to a meeting in another state. So he has to go out of town. So that's what's crazy about the movie because they're not around each other during this switch. He's there being the mom and she's there being him. So he has this presentation that she asked him to come up there. Well, they're doing a presentation and she asked him to come up there and explain what he sees. And because it's her, her mind switched, into action very quickly because all she did was she like made some jokes And she was like, let's do something different. She called one of the other people up there to act like she was an actual client, and to tell what all the stuff meant, you know, to a customer. So she played that. It was very smart of her. And he went to a Pilates class. And what's crazy is when they switched, she had started her period. So he's feeling her cramps and stuff. So the movie is a funny movie. And it's a good watch. It's a very good watch. I love movies like this, romance level. So at the when he gets when he comes home, it's like, oh yeah, mind you, during this time he gets to see what she goes through with the kids also. And because she's not there physically, I mean mentally, spiritually in her own body, like the daughter opens up to the dad more than the mother, because the dad allowed her to, come to him when she got ready. Because all it was is she had a crush on this boy at school, and she didn't know how to approach him. So because the kids are there and they know how, what's going on with the mom and the dad and the daughter has a conversation. Now, when I keep saying the dad has a conversation and stuff, remember he's in the wife's body. So he has this conversation with her, and he was basically acknowledging the fact that he know he's dropped the ball and the relationship ain't been that good, and what should he do. And then she give a little advice, and then he asked her what she would do. No, she asked him what should she do about the boy, and he says the same. Basically, he gave her the same information. He gave her the same advice that she gave him. So it ended up working out because the mama came home, and the kids planned this dinner. They got roses everywhere, which is funny because remember he's this tall guy, but it's her in the body. So they did her rose bath water. They put rose petals on the bed. They put rose petals on the floor. They decorated the table for them. And mind you, when he came home that morning, when they woke up together, because when he came home, he took everybody in their, rooms, because they would sleep on the couch watching sitcoms, I think, which is something the mother doesn't do anyways. So that was a good surprise for them. So he takes everybody to their room. So the next morning they wake up and they're still in each other's bodies. So he was like, which is her, why don't we kiss? And so they kissed and nothing happened, right? So back to the kids, them playing this dinner, and along with the husband who's in the wife's body, they planned this nice dinner with the rose petals and stuff, and they dance. And during the dancing they're talking, about what's important and what's not important, because mind you, while he was there in the wife's body, he had to take some tests because she does, tests online for school, and he flunked all of them. And he went off on she went off on his boss, and he didn't know if he had a job or not. So they had to go visit the kids' school. No, they had to go visit the daughter's school, right? The I'm there is in bits and pieces. That way you could just go watch the movie. So they're at the daughter's school. Is it the daughter's school? No, they went to the son's school because the son was failing because the dad didn't know anything about the working stuff or how the mama did the stuff that she did because he was never around, right? But they fixed it. And in the middle of being there, When the mom had went to the school the first time in the beginning of the movie, the teacher was having a problem with her computer, right? And the mother was like, well, my husband does, he knows how to do this, but he wasn't able to come there at that time. So when they was there, what's crazy is the computer was still messing up, right? So she was like, the teacher was like, well, your wife told me that you was good at computers or whatever. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. So she goes to the computers as she's getting ready, as if she's, no, he goes as if he was, because remember, I got to remember too, they in each other's bodies. So he goes to fix on the computer and she makes an excuse like, well, he's been teaching me how to do these things. So he goes and does it, and they offer him a job. So it didn't matter that the wife had told the boss off and he lost his job. Well, he really didn't lose it because she actually um gave him a raise and gave him another position, promoted him, but he was like, no, thank you. So he didn't take the job. Now back to the dinner. They're dancing and they're talking, and he's like, family's more important. I don't want anything else, I'll cut down working. They're making it better for each other. They're understanding each other's part in the relationship and not taking each other for granted. So they kiss, and when they kiss, of course, they go back to their own bodies. And the wife was like, who's now in her own body, she was like, well, why didn't that work the first time? No, the husband was like, why didn't it work the first time we kissed? And the wife was like, that's because we meant it this time. So they kissing. That's the end of the movie, I think. Yeah, well, that's basically the end of the movie. Anyways, as I always like to say, I hope y'all really go and watch these movies when bored laying down, you want to just put on something to fall asleep on, because that's usually how I end up watching movies. I put it on, and it's for me to go to sleep, but I end up watching it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, this little review. I don't know how to tell a story. I say it all the time. But hopefully I said something that makes you want to go and watch it. So, until the next review, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. Peace.